So the biggest message before we begin this is I want you not to overthink, which I kind of touched on a little bit a moment ago about keeping it simple. We are living in a digital world. Everything can be adapted, edited, expanded upon, broken up for other purposes, deleted if necessary. Nothing is in stone. So if you're brainstorming things and you want to do this amazing product and you start to worry it might be too much, just do less. You can always do more later. So always do what you can manage, like what you can get done in a good period of time. Start practicing. And that's the important thing. You need to practice. If you've never launched a product before, then, making that one first product your life's work and this immense thing that you're not even sure how it's going to do, you don't want to do that. Keep it simple and do less when you need to. If you really aren't sure also, you can always promote someone else's product, right? So if you're thinking, I want to launch a product on this topic, but I'm not sure, see how they respond to other content or products. Use an affiliate link that are related. And of course, if you still want to develop it, you probably want to make sure that product you've shared with them isn't going to directly compete with yours, where they'll be like, I already got this. Why do I need to get this? You're going to offer something unique when you put yours together, but don't overthink. So what kind of product should you create? I think the place to start here is, what are your audience's biggest problems? I believe we talked about problems last time, and it's, we're here to help solve them. And when you understand what those are, you'll know where you need to dig in. So and also because we talked about, because we talked about your message last time and how important it is and how it really draws people to you, you need to think about what they need. So they may have a lot of problems, right? But if they're not related to it doesn't really support your message in a strong way, maybe that's not where you want to start. You want something that connects with that message that you're trying to share, because that's why your current audience is already listening to you, right? They want your help with those things that are connected. And what way can you provide the most value without killing yourself in the process? Very important, right? Don't do too much work when you don't have to. One tip you can do is, if you're not sure about, creating a product, take registration first and then deliver. So you're actually going to get paid. People are going to say, I'm interested in this, and then you're going to do it. So basically it could be a live class that you do with them, and say it's going to be on this date. And if you're interested, join, they pay. If you're like, oh my gosh, hardly anyone registered, then you have the choice of saying it's been canceled, not enough interest, or whatever you'd like to tell your audience, and refund the money. Or you can also still choose to go ahead and you have this group that you can create the product with, which is kind of what I'm doing with you guys, right? I kind of just said like, hey, you want to join me for this? And let's see what we put together. And then later it's going to get much more polished and it's going to become something different. So you can also choose to do that. But when you take registrations first and then deliver, you're going to know that your idea is viable. You can also charge more for live sessions. People are, it has a higher perceived value that they're going to meet with you on a certain date and you're going to deliver this for them. You also get more motivation to get it done, right? You've taken the money, now you've got to do it. And honestly, it's like you create a product sometimes without even realizing it. This one that I'm doing is quite involved. I've given myself a 6-month commitment because I do want to do something large. I want to also create the book from these ideas. But for you, if it's just one live session and you get it transcribed and maybe you make some worksheets and checklists to go with it, you've made a product just by hanging out with your audience. And also when you do the registrations first, you have freedom to come up with new ideas as you go, because you're going to tell them what they can expect. But as you start to put it together, you might think of something else you want to add. You've got lots of possibilities. But one thing I do, encourage you to do is, if you do want those lots of registrations to start, you can't really skimp on the marketing part. You do have to get them excited. You have to have a nice registration page that gives them compelling reasons to sign up. We'll talk about creating sales pages. We aren't going to really talk about it in here, but I'm going to give you something that makes it easier for you to do that. So it's a great way to just get things done. Like, if you're always like, I've been meaning to do my information product, but I never do it this way, because, you'll have committed. There's like that built-in accountability.